Right now, a fierce battle is being waged over extensive areas in Judea and Samaria. The leadership of the Palestinian Authority has made a strategic decision to obtain a Palestinian state by setting facts on the ground, building and seizing massive areas of land. These operations are backed and provided with immense financial support by European countries. This has been done in accordance with the Palestinian Authority's detailed plan that focuses on strategic locations that will create an Arab territorial continuum adjacent to Jewish towns and the highways.
أنا أشيد بكل المواطنين أن يتعاملوا مع منطقة جيم على أنه كل سنتي في الأراضي الفلسطينية هو لنا.
Jewish towns are being surrounded on all sides, according to the Palestinian government's plan to seize all of Judea and Samaria by 2030, with an immediate emphasis on land in Area C.
ولا مرة ترددنا، يعني إحنا نروح نبني بدون ما ننسق مع الجانب الإسرائيلي إطلاقاً، لا مثل تصريح ولا مثل موافقة ولا شيء. مستمر في بناء بحاول.
According to data from the Defense Ministry, Arabs seize approximately 15,000 acres of land annually within Area C, the area intended for Jewish settlement.
لا يوجد ما يمنعنا من أن نزرع مناطق سي. لا يوجد ما يمنعنا أنه نعمل بركسات على مناطق سي. لا يوجد ما يمنعنا أن نزرع أشجار في مناطق سي. ولذلك يجب أن نتوجه إلى هذه المناطق.
The state of Israel is dragging its feet and does not attempt to stop these illegal Arab land seizures. It refrains from discussing new Jewish construction plans in Judea and Samaria. Freezing construction is strangling Jewish development. The civil administration and government entities intentionally turn a blind eye toward Arab land seizures, while selective enforcement is applied only to Jewish settlement. In this manner, the State of Israel has lost 500,000 acres of state lands over the past 15 years. This terrible discrimination is ethically, morally, and practically outrageous. Here, in the land of Israel, Jews are not allowed to build, but Arabs can. The scope of Arab seizure of state land has recently led many in Israeli society to understand the severity of Arab land seizures and their ramifications on Jewish settlement and on the future and security of the State of Israel. If we don't wake up, this could be destructive. The history of the Jewish nation is full of stories of courage and taking initiative by determined people who inspired real change. The pioneers operated within a complex reality. There were attacks, riots, laws banning immigration to Israel and prohibiting them from building new towns. This situation seemed impossible to overcome. They chose to act, leading the Jewish nation forward and releasing them from the straits. They pulled the entire Jewish nation after them and essentially determined our future. The spirit of the pioneers who built the tower and stockade settlements at a time of crisis, during riots and decrees from a foreign government, beats strongly in the hearts of the Jewish people. The courage of those pioneers who built 11 settlements in the Negev at a time when the potential state plan did not include the Negev within Israel's borders at all still echoes in the Jewish nation. The strength of the illegal Jewish immigrants who dealt with any obstacle that faced them on the way to establishing a national homeland still courses through our veins. The courage of a young state that was just established to take in hundreds of thousands of new immigrants is still deeply rooted inside each of us. The spirit that drove the Jewish nation in the past still exists today. We can change the mindset and lead to a change of policy. Working together, we will succeed in returning the Israeli government to policies that encourage construction, development, and the establishment of new towns throughout all of Judea and Samaria. The pioneering spirit is revealed time and time again by the settlement groups of the Nachala movement and its many supporters. These groups exemplify the pioneering spirit and what it means to be faithful to the land of Israel. The Nachala movement is dedicated to changing policies and causing the Israeli government to refocus on construction and development. This is based on a historical understanding that pioneering activities on the ground, combined with public and political support, will give the Israeli government the strength to stand up to pressure and resume its natural policy of a nation building and developing its land. Each of us has the opportunity to be involved and build the next level of settlement in Israel. The success of this plan is dependent on the support and backing it receives from all of us. Together, we will continue the chain of generations, standing firmly and facing the challenges to build this historical dream. The pioneers of past generations paved the way for us to establish a Jewish state. It is our responsibility to build the future for the next generations. Together, we will raise the flag of Jewish life and lead the Jewish nation.